Okay, so here we have the sax de jour. Well, this is a new one on me. This is a saxophone that Selmer um, had made, probably contracted one of the major companies overseas to make for them. And they called it a professional import saxophone as opposed to a professional French or USA made saxophone, which is pretty much non existent these days. But anyhow, to me, it looks suspiciously like a cannonball. It's got the oversized bell, it's got the double arms all the way up and down, the independent E flat and C keys. On most of the older horns, this was one rod, and it got hit here, you're out of business. And you got all that friction in between, and always get the C sharp, the C natural, where it doesn't really work that well because that rod's been bent. So you got individual posts, individual just set screws, pivot screws instead of long shafts. So much better design. So one thing that hardly anybody does is there's a loom here where all these bell keys are anchored to. Not sure if you can see it. It goes across here and always gets bent, and all of a sudden all your bell keys fall off. I've had horns come in where the keys are all floating around and this has been bent because it got whacked somewhere. So what they've done, and the same thing with the cannonball, is they put a right angle brace on there, which is just a wonderful, right here on that. So all the bell keys are as tight as can be. So pretty cool. And again, almost a ½ inch bigger than a normal alto bell, which is again another cannonball, big bell type thing. It looks very, very, very similar. I'm just trying to think what else looks the same. Pretty much the same. Just huge, big flips on the E flat C key, so you just can't go past them. They're just fast as all you can get out. You get a metal thumb rest, thumb hook instead of a plastic one. And as in again the cannonball, the F sharp chromatic F sharp guard comes unscrewed, so you can get in there and work on it if you need to, which is really nice. You don't have to unsolder it. So again, and even the model and serial number are lasered in, much like the cannonball. So tells me maybe it's out of the Cannonball factory. So this is called an LTD, which I'm assuming is limited, A1, which I'm assuming is alto sax 1. So it's probably maybe even a prototype from Selmer. So this came out of a state, I don't think it's ever been played. It's got all the case candy, all the little Selmer rags in the Selmer warranty card. Case is in absolutely perfect condition, not a scratch, and not even a water spot on any of the parts of the bell or inside the bore of it. And it looks to me like it's never been played, except for me, of course, so you can hear it. But it's actually in flawless condition. Retail was near $3,000 on it, and it's going to be selling for about half of that, which is cheaper than a cannonball, and you basically get the same quality saxophone. Really dark, almost like the reference 54, that dark honey lacquer on it. Just absolutely gorgeous, much darker than the normal gold lacquer, and again with some really pretty engraving on it. You can see the pads are just absolutely brand new. Again, it looks to be pretty much unplayed. I mean, it's almost impossible. You're rubbing up and up against down here and not putting a scratch on it. And again, around this strap loop, there's usually scratches and nothing, absolutely nothing. So I just gave it a tune-up and just found a couple little mistakes, not mistakes, but out of adjustments. And pretty much, you can see the logo here. See if we can get it. It says Selmer Artist Series. So if you want to be an artist, maybe you can be able to paint after playing it. So anyhow, the good news, just whisper down to that low B flat. And again, with the double arms, those keys are really solid. Double arms on the low C, double arms on the low B natural. Why they didn't do the C, it's a real short arm, so who needs it? Anyhow, pretty cool. It's got individual adjustments on every interaction on the saxophone. Again, like the cannonball and some of the Yamahas. So you get an adjustment screw, so instead of having to sand and add cork here and there, you just twist a little screw and you're ready to go. If you're out in the middle of the Mediterranean, horn's out of adjustment and the cork is compact, just get your little screwdriver out, your little leak light, and you're back in business. So anyhow, of course, keyed up to the high F sharp. What's really amazing is the neck fit. Again, I've had some of that other brand where the neck fit is too loose, too tight, and it's just absolutely exactly the same tension all the way in and out, and you can tell it hasn't even been in the horn maybe a couple times. It's just an absolutely perfect fit. It's that tight without even tightening the screw, so it's just an absolute beautiful, beautiful fit. Again, high F sharp, beautiful pearls in it. Plastic, of course, just like everybody else nowadays. So, anyhow. Nice big sound on the bottom end. Got that big, huge megaphone bell. I mean, that's crazy to be able to play that much of a subtone down there. And, of course, all the way up to the high F sharp. Again, just like the Cannonball, the front F key is right there. So really easy doing those F arpeggios, and whenever you need that squawk key up there, it's just breaking knuckle away. So the mouthpiece looks like it's never been played on. It's absolutely brand new. Still got the silica gel in the case. Still got some of the key corks that they use to cork down the keys in the case. And the case itself, it kind of looks like a Cannonball case, but a real nice heavy-duty black Selmer case, of course, from the import days, and nice big heavy hinges on it, nice big heavy latches, and again, not a scratch on it, so again, virtually brand new. So anyhow, we're going to play a little ditty here and get on with it. Here's all the sharps. record already. If you notice, I was playing the high D with the palm key. A little different timbre, but fairly well in tune. And I always check the low C. Pretty cool. And a lot of times I use that long C if I'm playing fast. Nobody will know. It's hard to do. So a little hint. So, and I always try the side C. Again, just subtone right down to the bottom. Everything's got to be crazy tight. It's using a Selmer style resonator, same as Cannonball. And so it's got a pretty big sound using those metal resonators. So anyhow, running late. It's going to be up on my page at www.stevegraysaxes.com. SteveGraysaxes.com. And you can check it out. Ship all over the world. And again, you get a brand new horn. Probably about the same price as a good student model, and you get a pretty close to a pro model. They call it a pro model. I would say a good high intermediate model. It's not a Mark 6 or something like that. But anyhow, for the money, it's just killer. So there it is. Beautiful engraving, just like new. Adios.